You are looking live at Bridgewater Sports Arena, where the New Jersey Rockets, 16U girls, are getting set to take on the New York Islanders. Hi everybody, it's Joe Rizzo bringing you the action. Yes, from Bridgewater Sports Arena, the other home of the Rockets. The one where we're not used to seeing the girls play this season, although we've seen them play here many times before in the past. The Rockets have a loss to avenge to the Islanders. They played a very tight game just about a month ago, December 4th, on Long Island. One of perhaps their best games of the year, and I believe what ended up being a 5-1 loss. The Rockets, with their first game of the new year, are dressed in their home grays with black pants, black lettering, and white trim with white helmets, except for one. The goaltender today is Grace Ulrich, who will be getting the start. Molly Rose Smith, also dressed, could see action at some point in the game, but usually the goaltenders, when they've made their split, have decided to give each other the full game. And Grace, if you're just tuning in and you haven't watched any of the games, she's also a magnificent and dynamite skater. So depending on how the game goes, you might see Grace get out of the goalie equipment and jump out and become a forward. The Rockets will have an enhanced lineup for their first game of the year and a nice full bench. Coach Paul Landstrom behind the bench, standing tall, giving the team its final instructions, and Coach Jeremy manning the forward bench, the one closest to center ice, and Coach Henry is on the defensive bench. The Rockets 19U girls played just before us now on a live stream, or if you're watching this sometime past January 8th, then you can go check that out. They fell 3-0 to the Ironbound Elite team in a very tight game. They couldn't dent the net, but they kept it close. And we get ready to face it off. Hope Menikillo at the center dot. Brianna Paulino on her right. Bug Holt on her left. Izzy Cook on right D. Lauren Fox on the left. Liftoff from BSA. Islanders win the face-off and they move it into the offensive zone. Hope knocks that one away. It comes up but not out and sent deep. Grace gets it, steers it aside for Lauren. Lauren's going to chip it up the near side boards. It comes down low, sent through the middle. Izzy Cook kicks it away, sent up the middle by Hope to Brianna, and now they pursue it back and forth through the neutral zone. Islanders gain the offensive zone, 2-on-1, 38-7 and alone, wrist shot score. 87, that is. So the Islanders break out to a 1-0 lead here very early in the first period, just a few seconds in. 16-minute periods and 31 seconds in, they break out to a 1-0 lead. The Rockets have had these points in games where they give up goals in bunches and in a hurry. Let's see if they could keep that from not happening here. Islanders will move it through the offensive zone and send it down deep. They center it. It goes low. Lone in front. Grace with a big save. That's Reynolds, 87. She had the goal, and she was looking for her second here on her first shift of the game. Rockets have already shifted. The Islanders will make their first shift of the game. Barbara in the face-off circle, wins it over to Bella, but the Islanders get it back. Wrist shot, Grace blockers it aside, chipped in front, but over 34 stick. Izzy knocks that one away. She's playing D with Haley. Barbara up the right boards looking for Bella, but it goes past. Bella blocks the shot. It gets behind the D. Oh boy, the Rockets are a little loose, and Grace picked them up right there. And we'll have a change here for the Rockets. Looks like PJ with Riz and Sydney. Alex. Wrist shot goes through traffic, but not all the way in. Comes down low. PJ is going to pick this one up, looking for Riz on the headman, and they have Alex on the right wing. Alex is going to get there. Alex will push it forward for Riz around the end line. It hits a funny spot in the boards, and Riz overskates it. Shoshana steps in. That one's centered, but by the Islanders, and they're eventually there, but Riz was nearly there. They move it into the offensive zone. Smith will skate it through the right circle as the Islanders change one behind the play, and coming late is their left point person. They try to center it. It chips in front. Looked like it might have gotten off of Tudi's skate, but Grace covers it up. 14-10 left first period. Islanders already jump out to a 1-0 lead on the Rockets here, 16U. PJ in the face-off dot with Riz and Alex, the wings in the middle. Tudi on D is at the near side boards, and the face-off is won there, but they can't get it behind far enough. It comes to the point. Riz is going to go right around the defenseman. She's being interfered with. There's no call. Riz would have been off to the races. Wood stood in front of her, held her there way after the puck was out of there. So no interference call. And the referees have been very, very diligent about making that call this season at all levels in all games. From high school to club to girls, boys, they've really been diligent about making that call. That was a blatant one right there, and the Rockets can't get the break. Centered in front, Peck with one shot, but it's knocked away. Sent all the way down, and there's going to be a penalty here on the Rockets. It looks like. Cross check, and it's going to be Tudi. So the Rockets, who should have been on a power play for the interference, where Riz could have had a breakaway, instead end the sequence shorthanded. So it's going to be Lauren Fox and Isabel Cook on D, and Rose Fender at forward with Elise Clifton to start the kill. 13:33 first period, 1-0 Islanders. Rose is going to battle for the face-off, and she will help steer it out. Elise trying to get through traffic. She's picked up her game lately. Islanders are skating in offside, and that'll bring the face-off out to the dot just outside the attacking zone. A huddle between the two defensemen and their goaltender. Grace wants to make sure that nobody's getting behind the D. Rose on the face-off, couldn't win it. It looked like actually she got a piece of it, but it went to the side where there was one less Rocket. They try to center it in front. Elise is going to pick this off. She's got room to skate. She'll skate it out nicely, gain the line, still going, and dumps it deep. Good play by Clifton, 1-on-3, and then even 1-on-4. We haven't seen her or Rose in the penalty killing posture much. One ref says no, nobody touched it. Should have been an icing. The player was making an attempt and just couldn't get to it. So none of the breaks going the Rockets' way thus far. That's a clear miss right there. Again, I'm not a ref, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night. They're not a sponsor, but that's just a joke, and I give it to you for free. Sent to the near side point and now in. Isabel Cook is going to get that and steer it behind her own net with 53 seconds left in the penalty kill. Overskates it there. She battles with 17, who eventually wins it. Sends it all the way out. That's not icing because the Islanders sent that out themselves. So the goalie could have come out and played that without penalty to her team. Hope Menikillo is going to be the first forward in. It's sent to the point, and Haley Connolly picks that off. Hope toes the line. Hope attacking 5 Islanders, and she draws the penalty. Izzy with a wrist shot, it goes just wide. Grace not heading to the net, centered in front, the Islanders get possession, and that will negate the last 21 seconds of the Islander power play as Hope Menikillo, 1-on-4 in the offensive zone, draws the hooking penalty as she was skating along the line. So Reynolds, 87, has been all the news thus far. She's got the goal for the Islanders that made it 1-0. She had a prime chance on the ensuing sequence, and she's now drawn a penalty, or she's committed a penalty to give the Rockets what will be their first power play of the game. It will be truncated by 21 seconds, in which the teams will play 4-on-4. So Hope wins the face-off to Izzy. Izzy with a wrist shot that's blocked by 17. Hope battles for the puck along the sideboards and gets pulled down by Wood, no call. Camarada sends it in from the point off the end board. Still 4-on-4 for 9 more seconds. Brianna and Hope pursuing the puck 2-on-1. They eventually get it. Hope there bodied off for a moment. A lot of Islanders below the line. Rockets now on a power play as they make the exchange. Bug jumps on as Trudy jumps out of the box. Bug tries to keep it in and does for a moment. Izzy had it. It's a 2-on-1 shorthanded for the Islanders. Haley's back. Izzy there. Kick save by Grace. That shot might have not been blistering, but it was on target. Brianna will move it up to Bug. 1:13 in the power play. Bug dumps it the other side for Brianna. Brianna's going to pick it up at the half board. Tried to center for Hope, but just a little bit too early. Shoshana pinches in from the point, can't keep it in. Battling back, battling for the puck there. Eventually they get to it, thanks to Izzy, and she sends it deep, and it hit a player, so it didn't have enough juice, nor would it have been icing. It goes onside. New crew out there for the Rockets, and they will operate 45 more seconds on the power play. Kirschenbaum there. She's going to get to that puck and send it to Handworker, who sends it toward the net, but no Rocket on the backside. It's three forwards had to get in there to try to pick up possession. Wood sends it all the way across. Not strong enough for icing, too sharp of an angle. Shoshana gets it, loses possession. Grace has to cover it in front. Didn't cover it cleanly, but eventually does grab it before any more damage can be done. 1-0 Islanders. They have the first 5 shots here, but the Rockets have applied some of the pressure. 10:18 left in the first period. 24 seconds left in the Rockets power play, their first of the game. It negated 21 seconds of a power play by the Islanders. This is going to go down all the way on net, steered aside by the goalie, so that should be shot number 1 for the Rockets, as Shoshana is not trying to, but nonetheless carries it in offside. She was trying to corral that puck and slow herself down, but in doing so, she just chipped it a little bit forward. Rockets will change, and for the last 9 seconds of the power play, they'll put PJ out there with Riz on the left, Alex on the right, Izzy Cook on the right D, and Lauren Fox on the left. PJ tries to win the faceoff forward. She does that, but she couldn't gain possession as she was tied up by her counterpart at center ice. Izzy Cook now will retreat behind her own end line, a couple of spins, and eventually finds her way clear. She's looking for Riz through the other side, but eventually has to go to Alex, and they're going to call this an icing. It looked like Alex tipped it, but I guess not. They'll face it back off in the defensive zone for the Rockets to Grace Ulrich's right. 9:43. First period full and even strength now. Each team has enjoyed a truncated power play. Here is PJ. She will win it to herself and skate out with Alex. Riz is also there. Alex is going to slow up to get onside, and PJ has to dump it as she drew the attention of 3 Islanders. Islanders are retreated back into their zone a little bit. They send it through the middle. Lauren's got a foot race here. Grace might decide to come out, and Lauren wins the foot race and steers it away for Riz. Riz gets it near the boards and tries to battle, but can't hold on to it. Islanders send it in deep, and Riz will get it off the boards, get through one Islander, get hooked from behind by another. They're not going to call that. She ends up dumped on the ice. So far in terms of the penalty calls, they're even. It looked like Riz drew one there, and a biased opinion of a guy with the same name. Izzy steals it. Izzy top of the slot. Wrister score! Izzy Camarada picks it off in neutral ice, marches in, negotiates by one Islander, gets to the top of the slot, and wrists one into the left side of the net. 1-1 as New Jersey ties it up with 8:52 left in the first period. 1 for 1 on the shooting percentage, technically, although we can say that there should have been a shot before. Rose in the face-off circle. She's got Elise on the near side wing and Sydney on the right. Elise and Rose did have a shift together earlier, killing a penalty at forward. Sydney is their oftentimes line mate. In the back line, the Rockets have Izzy Camarada, who just scored the goal, and Haley Connolly. That one sent toward the slot. Fender picked it off for a moment. One-timer! And Grace got a piece of it with the right arm, it looked like. She was trying to get the blocker on it, but got the arm. One-timer again. She gets it with the glove and leaves no rebound. Good series of saves by 84. And the clock is still moving. Clock, clock, clock. And it stops with 8:15. So 4 extra seconds to tick off. The Islanders get another player who's just arrived. That traffic from Long Island can be a bear. So sometimes if somebody shows up late, could be for myriad reasons, but traffic is, you know, that's the usual one, right? Battled for behind the end line. Tootie gets to it, sends it for Brianna. Now sent off the handboard. Shoshana got the skates on it, but it handcuffed her feet. If there's such a thing. It foot cuffed her? I don't know. Loose in front, 43, wrist shot at. She had the right side of the net, she shot it to the left. Grace was screened and never saw it. Helter-skelter play there. Islanders come out of it. 43 again. Can't get good wood or composite or whatever sticks are made of. Bug gets it. Oh, she had Brianna and she sent it a little too strong. If it gets over the line, it's going to be icing. Oh, and it does. Boy, I hate when those pucks are so close and they get chased down with just a foot or so to go. Bug was trying to spring Brianna on the breakaway there. Gave it just a little too strong or maybe not quite sharp enough an angle. Hope on the faceoff. She's got Bug and Brianna on the wings. They play the off wings. Bug a right-handed shot, playing the left wing. Brianna a left-handed shot, playing the right wing. Faceoff is battled for. Hope is going to give the win on the faceoff with possession there. Skating it in backwards, you can do that if you have possession and not be offside. You can precede the puck into the zone that way. It hits off the referee, seems to be okay. And it's sent out of the zone now by the Islanders. With 7:10 left in the first period, an entertaining 1-1 game at the 16U AA level. Stolen in front, 37, or is that 17 gets it, fell down. There is a shot and Grace gets the left pad on it and then covers it up to avoid further danger. Down to 6:56 now in the first period. Shots 8-1 officially. There definitely was a second shot for the Rockets because there was a puck that went down to the net that the goalie had to stop, and if she wasn't there, it would have been a goal. That's sort of the definition of a shot on goal. Nonetheless, it was not recorded, and that's no big deal. One-timer in front! Ulrich with the save! She got down low anticipating it, and she made that puck disappear off of the Rockets logo on the front of her jersey. Barbara at center. She has Bella with her and Jules. Jules gets Barbara the face-off win by jumping in for possession. Bella, where's the C, the captain C? She's battling for it. It's sent into the defensive zone now. Bella is one of the players that the Rockets can brag about being versatile. She's played defense most often this year, but she also sometimes will shift to forward within games or just sometimes play games at forward. She's always ready and always prepared. Reynolds rips one from alone in the slot. It hits off Grace's shoulder and finds its way to the back of the net. That's a 2-1 Islanders lead with 6:12 left in the first period. So that's a player that you can't leave unmarked. And she's dented the net twice. She also has the penalty for the Islanders, so it's been an 87 kind of day. Rockets now with PJ in the center circle, Riz and Alex up front. Islanders win the face-off and they send it through neutral ice. This should be an icing, and they wave it off for some reason. Why did they wave that one off? It goes through, it doesn't even come close to hitting anybody. Izzy's tripped over there. No call. Camarada tripped. No call. Wrist shot off the one-timer, and Grace covers it up, jumping forward with the dexterity of a lizard. So Camarada was about to break out of the zone, gets hauled down from behind. No call right there. Rockets are just going to have to play through it. Keep making those breaks, and eventually the officiating might start to go your way. But no complaints for home cooking in this one. If anything, complaints the other way. My complaining doesn't count. I'm just an announcer. It doesn't matter. I'm not a coach or a player. I can complain all I want. Steered along the boards and through the offensive zone and over the line now by the Islanders and the Rockets. Alex is going to get this, chip it forward. Riz has one to beat. Riz is going to go up the right wing. Gets through one. Can't get through her again. Alex smashes into that player who managed to hold her ground and make the play against someone who knows how to put the puck on the back of the net and has done so with regularity this season, but not yet in 2022 because this is the first game. Isles move it back into their own zone, take 2 steps back to move forward. Wrist shot, Grace gets the blocker on it. It might have been ticketed. Sticks tied up behind the play. No call. Wrist shot through a lot of traffic. Took a dive at the end there. Might have hit a stick, and Grace makes the save. 4:45 left in the first period. 2-1 Islanders so far. 2 goals by Reynolds for the Islanders. 1 goal by Camarada for the Rockets. They win the face-off to the near side boards to the Islanders. 43 alone in front. Again in front. Let's see if she gets it. Can't do it. Tied up. Lauren battling to try to get to the puck. Centered, but Izzy Cook is going to pick that off. She skates through one deftly. She's skating it out of the zone. She's got a couple with her. She's got Elise and Sydney with her. Cookie fires it toward the net. Stick to side to the near side corner. Elise there battling. She will get to battle for it again as Lauren kept it in at the corner. They send it through the middle, and Rose was trying to pick that one off. Lauren's going to be the first one to retreat here, and just in case, but she didn't have to get there because it's an icing. Let's see if they keep this group out for the offensive zone draw. Shots now 12-2 for the Islanders. They lead 2-1 on the scoreboard. Elise has been someone that the coaches have noticed in the return from the break that has been very sharp in practice. Let's see if we get something from Clifton 12. Wrist shot by Isabel Cook from a long way. Nearly found its way past the goaltender. This is going to be Smith, or who is it, Calvi, coming up the left wing. Centers it, but just put it into her teammate's skates. Rose Fender's going to grab this one, and she's going to break it out of the zone. She'll be moving forward with it. Still going. She's going to overskate it. At least knows she got nothing to do there. Skates it in offside. There's just too much momentum, and can't avoid that one. Not even worth trying to toe the line. You're more likely to give it up to the team going the other way. So a good shift by those 3 once again, and they muster a shot on goal. It's 12-3 now. The Rockets will see if they can kind of cut into that deficit there and get rid of the deficit on the scoreboard. They've already erased a 1-goal deficit. Islanders win the face-off, retreat it back to their own zone, and now move forward. Isabel Cook, or rather that's Izzy Camarada that gets it in, and she sends it forward. Hope Menichello looking for that one. Getting some stick work from behind. She's got to try to swat that one off. Got to watch for these interference calls. They're not calling them. They're not calling the interferences and the hookings, but they're there. They're there to be called. Reynolds, who has both, trying to get forward. Can't get there. Grace comes out and gets a piece of it. Scrum behind the net. It comes up to the point and steered all the way through. They'll retreat back to the point. Wood gets it and sends it back in to the corner. They get it to the top of the slot where the Islanders have been extremely dangerous. They've scored twice from there, and they've had about 4 more chances from there, relatively unmarked or unmarked. 2:48, first period, 2-1 Islanders, who will actually have to retreat now. Is Hope trying to move it forward. She pushes Reynolds off the puck there. Reynolds slams it to Holt. That's 2 of the ones that you don't want to bump into in gray. Haley Connolly over the right circle and in. Sends it toward the net, but it's Hope. Oh, sends it in front. It goes through 2 sticks. Tootie takes a blast, and it goes just wide. She came in from the point. This is brought in. Reynolds drop pass. Islanders can't keep possession, and it's loose out there. Rockets are a little out of sorts as they send it in, and the Rockets are just they're not chasing after pucks here hard enough, and they just seem to be a little out of sorts, but Maybe that means somebody's going to be at the other end. There's going to be an icing. And there's a whistle and a stoppage of play with 1:49 left in period number 1. 2-1 Islanders, 12-3 the shots in favor of the Islanders. Barbara will take the face-off. She's got Bella and Julie with her on the wings. Tootie and Shoshana, the defense pair. Barbara wins the face-off and Julie steps into the open space to get it, then move it out of the zone. Islanders will pick it up at neutral ice and try to get it in front of the Rockets bench. They do for a moment, but that moment is gone. Bella steps up for Jules, who tips it in. Play is completely onside. It comes out of the zone in front of the Islander bench. They try to chip it forward. This is going to be a 2-on-1. Tootie's back to try to break it up. Chipped in front. Grace jumps out to get the glove on it and break it up. Loose in front. One shot, she saves two, and the third goes in. Just too many blue shirts and not enough gray ones there, and it's 3-1 Islanders. 1:14 left in period number 1. Looks like they're calling one shot in the sequence. There were about 3 there, and eventually someone just jammed it in from in close. The Rockets do have the ability here to fight fire with fire, so if they go on the offensive and they start putting some pucks in the net, that wouldn't be a surprise. Islanders will move it out after the Rockets get it into the zone. We're down to a minute in the first period, 3-1 Islanders. PJ on defense with Lauren Fox, so that's a little bit of a change of look there. She's been on center most of the season and she's got free reign to go. Here comes Jacobus. She gains the center line. She's got Bella with her. Jacobus over the right circle. Bella and Jules in front. Centering try, knocked away. Loose still. Islanders just leave it there. Jules fires it. One save with the left pad, covered up before Bella could poke it in. So that creates a little offense right off the bat, a little change. And PJ takes a shift on D, and now she will stay out there and play forward with Riz and Alex. Riz in the slot. Lauren Fox on the left point. Izzy Cook on the right. Izzy Cook steps in, get behind the defense. Alex shovels it forward. PJ toward the net. It goes just wide. Riz behind the net. She's going to curl around. Looking. Riz over the circle. Riz stops. Riz tries to get through the circle. Leaves it for Lauren. Lauren tries to send it for a deflection and fires it just wide. PJ is going to get to this first. Alex is going to bump behind the net, sends it over toward Riz. Lauren Fox is going to hustle deep to get it and send it over the line where Riz tries to go back to cover the point, but the play turns around too quick and the Islanders skate it around and safely out of the way and hold on to their 3-1 lead as we eclipse the first period. 13-4 the shots in favor of the Islanders. DJ Gavin on the wheels of steel. Goalies exchange pleasantries, and Grace Ulrich patriates the goal to your left now. Taps the posts, and the Islander goalie now to our right, just in front of the American flag and the Rocket Sports Group logo. Hope Menichello in the center circle, Brianna Paulino on the right, Bug Holt on the left, Haley Connolly and Izzy Camarata, the defense pair. Liftoff, period 2, 3-1 Islanders. They held a 13-4 advantage in shots in the first. Menichello over the line, left circle, wrist shot, goes just wide, might have been disrupted by a stick blade in blue. Hope comes out, comes across the top of the slot, tries to get it through again, but Wood gets her stick on it and will send it through and out. Calvi will get it and she'll dump, but Connolly is there. Paulino will grab it here, chip it toward the board to get it into the zone, and the Islanders will carry it into the zone and smack it out of the zone. On this ice, the puck will gain a lot of momentum, and Grace had to come out and touch that one. Izzy Camarata is going to move it forward. It's tipped there. Hope is going to move it forward now. She's got Brianna with her. Hope's going to keep possession here and try to drive the D back, and she does that for a moment, but the Islanders knock it out of the way. Rockets will change forwards in the period of the long change. Let's see if they got all of them out there. They do. So here's Haley Connolly trying to get through, and boy, she needed to make sure she got through there because there were 3 Islanders and 1 Rocket. Jules Kirschenbaum with a nice play to get that one out of the zone. She stood up, held her ground, and the Islander player shot the puck into her shin pad, and thereby it went out of the zone. Islanders regroup and they send it back in deep. Camarata, who has the goal for the Rockets, will steer it around. She's playing defense here, which she's done 1 or 2 times. And she's not used to that position. One-timer in front as the Rockets, again, leave Islanders open behind the defense. That one sent all the way through. Izzy knocks it away. Hits the side of the net. They'll play it off of there. One-timer in front. What a save by Grace. And Haley knocked there would have been a rebound chance, but Haley got to the stick of the Islanders player before she could fire it. Islanders are just skating at the net with alacrity, loose in front after a missed one-timer. Islanders really pushing the Rockets here. The Rockets got to get this puck out of the zone and end this possession because it's been all Islanders. They go high-low through the circle, cycling, and that's Izzy knocking that one away. 2 Islanders behind the line, no Rockets chasing them. And loose in front, backhander, 1 save. Camarata skates it through. Now she's going to have a little room. She's going to go 3-on-2 with Jules. Izzy's going to try to get through 1, and she'll get it into the zone. The Rockets will change a couple behind the play. In front, she has a couple. And jumping into the point is PJ. She gets her legs just in time to get an attempted shot, but it doesn't get through traffic. Islanders will move it in. And there's a wrist shot. Grace makes a save. It was up high. This is going to be Bella. Bella's got Riz if she sees her. Oh, she just couldn't get possession of the puck fast enough. And then Riz stepped forward before Bella pushed the puck forward. Oh boy, the Rockets would have had a golden opportunity right there, but the puck wouldn't stay off of its edge, and Bella just couldn't quite get a hold of it fast enough to spring Riz. Riz out there with PJ, and Alex is on the right wing. PJ wins the face-off. Shoshana retreats to get it. Banged right off the boards. Alex is going to try to battle for it. Let's see if she can get to it. And now Riz battles and gets it out of the zone. Peck is going to grab it, and she's going to backhand it in. Riz in pursuit, gives her a little bump to make it hurt a little bit. Sent up by PJ. Alex has it. She's got Riz on the break, but she doesn't see her. But she's going to skate it in. Now she sends it to Riz just a little too late right there. Good puck carrying by McCoy. But Riz has been available to get behind the defense. So the Rockets, with their stretching, they're showing that you could get behind the Islander defense. They're going to pinch up. And eventually what that means is that their defense can't pinch forward. Riz tries to swipe it. Riz has another chance if Alex sees her. Not quite the same. Alex is going to find the zone. She's going to get it in on the left wing. Sends it at the net. And loses an edge. Riz battles for it behind the net, can't get to it. Picked off, Rose down to Riz. Oh, it didn't get through. Tootie through traffic just wide. Riz gets it, looking for somebody in front, whiffed on the shot. Islanders are gonna carry it out. Cookie off the boards in front of the Rockets zone bench and not into the Rockets zone. Tootie, Riz, Rose trying to pick that one up. Eventually it goes into the offensive zone. Islanders send it down for an icing. Rockets will be able to get a full new fresh group out there for the offensive zone draw with 11:26 left in the first period from Bridgewater Sports Arena. The 16U AA Rockets and New York Islanders. Yes, the Islanders wear the same kit as their NHL brethren, although I think the white helmets might be different. Face-off won by Rose. She was looking to get it to Sydney, and Sydney took a whack at it, and if she connected, that might have been goal number 1 for Sparks. Islanders bounce it in. Isabel Cook knocks it down. Isabel Cook is going to have a chance. She's got somebody up the wing. It's Sydney. Sydney had a chance for a breakaway, had to slow up a little bit, and she'll dump that puck in effectively. Sydney keeps it in on the left boards. Elise behind the net. Elise marches out. Shot! There's a right pad save. This line creating something here. We told you about Elise Clifton, that she's been upping her game in practice, and she's carrying it over into the game here. That's 12 in gray. 10:45 left, second period. 3-1 Islanders, but the Rockets here are going to have to fight fire with fire. There is a penalty going to be called, and I guess it's going to be on a Rocket, since when Lauren Fox fired that puck down, they blew the whistle. Not sure exactly what the call is. They're going to call an elbow. So Fox in 2 minutes for the elbow. Islanders will have an offensive zone draw to Grace Ulrich's left, her glove side. And 10:37 remains in the second period, with the Rockets looking to erase a 3-1 lead, or at least cut into it, despite being shorthanded. They have been doing good work shorthanded to create chances here, have this group. Brianna and Hope are the forwards, Izzy Camarada and Haley Connolly on the back line. And this is a potent 4 that, if they do get the chance, they will look to score. There's no question about that. Hope will skate it out of the zone. She'll get it over the center line and send it in. Icing in effect in all situations at this level. That's a new USA hockey rule. We've been telling you since 2021 when it was instituted, and sometimes we're still not used to it, so the constant reminders. Apologies if you are reminded too much. Many of us, players on, don't really appreciate the rules so much, but nonetheless, them's the rules. Camarada will get it out. Hope will get it and chip it forward in center. She'll try to pursue it, but the Rockets here have killed off the first minute without giving the Islanders a chance even to set up, and they move it out of the zone. Hope moves it back into the zone, so the Islander player is onside, and she would have remained onside, legal to touch that puck, because the Rockets brought it in on their own volition. Haley Connolly jumped in to try to keep that puck in. It bounced over her stick. Izzy Camarada smacks that one away. Barbara banks it hard off the board. She's up there now with PJ killing the penalty. Haley Connolly is going to knock that down with the glove. There's a big save with the blocker by Grace. That was ticketed for the post. A lot of traffic in front, deflected. That was fortunate for the Rockets, because that puck might have found its way in through the screen, and one of their players trying to redirect it actually directed it over the goal. 11 seconds left on the penalty to Lauren Fox for elbowing, and 8:44 now in the period. 3-1 Islanders. PJ trying to pick that one off. Lauren Landstrom Barbara with a nice little shove there. Izzy has Lauren Fox, and again, just a moment too late, otherwise she would have sprung her on the breakaway coming out of the box. Fox will stay deep. She's with Izzy. It comes to the point where PJ is, so different players playing different positions for this shift. They'll play it out and see if they can put one in the back of the net and knock this into a 1-goal game. Islanders grab it, knocked away. This will be an icing if it goes down, and it will not be an icing because it was tipped, and it won't be an icing because it didn't make it there. 17 tries to turn the corner, centers it, Grace gloves it, and the Islanders skate away, so there wouldn't have been a whistle, but Grace just kind of holds it. Now sometimes when that's happening and you're not getting a whistle, if you're really in tune with your teammates and the goaltender will plop that thing down and fire it for somebody. Rockets way offside here as Izzy Cook took a while. There's a redirected puck and somehow raced through the screen, saw it at the last moment. Fortunately for she, it didn't have enough alacrity to make it over the line on a faster pace, otherwise it might have found its way through the 5-hole. Rockets changing late again. They are the home team, so they do have the last change. Rockets win the face-off, courtesy of Rose Fender, sent into the corner. Alex is going to battle for that one. She's out there with Riz and Rose. Battled for still in the corner. They try to center it, loose in front, backhand! What a save by Ulrich! She got the left pad out there. She used the inside of the pad. The part not with all the padding on it. A big split to keep this game at 3-1. 4 and 20 the shots. 4 for the Rockets, 20 for the Islanders. Rockets trying to get it out. Rose has Riz. It's a 2-on-1. Rose with Riz. Rose skating through. Drops it for Riz. A little too late again. The Rockets are getting the opportunities. They're just not quite making the passes fast enough. Those passes have to occur in the neutral zone. By the time they get to the offensive zone, it's a little too late. You've given the defensive team a little too much time to regroup. Tripped up over there. No call. They'll play on. Islanders through the neutral zone. Peck gets it. She sends it all the way across onside. One will go to the net. One will go at the net. Wrist shot. Ulrich stop. Rebound. Covered. 6:53. Second period. 3-1. The Islanders lead the Rockets. Islanders scored first. Izzy Camarada from defense countered to tie it. Reynolds, 87, who scored the first one, then scored the second, and then off a goal mouth scramble, the Islanders added a third, and that's where we stand with 6:47 left in the second period. From lovely, beautiful Bridgewater Sports Arena. Barbara wins the face-off. She's dynamite in the circle. She often will be playing wing and take face-offs for the good of the team. Rockets will move it out of their zone. Izzy Cook, let's see if they could get something going here. They got to cut into this 3-1 deficit. It looked like this was going to be a barn burner, but things have tightened up a bit. Grace Ulrich has been magnificent. Rockets overskate the puck there, and a bit of unfortunate puck luck. Islanders move in 3-on-2, knocked away between Hope and Lauren. Julie Kirschenbaum will get it. She'll shift it up the near side boards and out of the zone. Islanders try to send it in, but there's a lot of traffic there. Just out of picture, it's Bella Cucci, and Jules takes a spill, but she's okay. Bella will skate in. This is going to go on net. It's steered aside. Bella's there. She is battling for the puck. It comes loose. Coming in is Camarada. Wrist shot over the net. Loose in front. So Camarada scored on a similar play before, or rather from a similar spot, maybe not a similar play. Hope will bring this one in. Hope 1-on-1. She's going to go right by Wood. Hope comes in. She shoots and scores. Puts it through the 5-hole. Menichello makes it 3-2. The Rockets have closed the gap to 1 with 5:29 left in period number 2. With the artistry and the precision of her idol, Mets pitcher Jacob deGrom. He can put the ball wherever he wants, when he wants. Hope comes in. She wears number 48 in homage to Jacob deGrom. She is a big New York Mets fan. And with the precision that deGrom uses to frame the outside corner, the inside corner, and everywhere in between, Hope Menichello does the same and deposits that one through the 5-hole. And we are within 3-2. Isles gain the face-off and then move it deep. They did have somebody in front, but it's knocked away. Brianna tries to keep it in, but she can't do it. Izzy Camarada, who also had a scoring chance there, and she's going to skate through 3 Islanders. She's got room. She's with Brianna. Camarada draws 2 in the middle. Brianna cuts to the middle as Izzy goes to the right, and she'll stay and follow that puck in. Bug covers her point on the left side. Izzy looking to the middle. She's got Hope and Brianna. They create the triangle. Izzy still with the puck. She's held possession longer than the Giants did against the Bills to start the second half of Super Bowl, whatever it was so long ago. Wrist shot, Islanders score. That pushes the gap back to 4-2. It's Reynolds. She's got the hat trick right there, and she gets behind the defense, and that's all it takes. So 4:34 left, second period, and all that good work that the Rockets have done is not lost, but they'll have to regain it and keep it up. They definitely have the firepower to play a high-scoring game today if that's what this turns out to be. Shoshana back talking to her goalie and is not quite in position for the drop of the puck there. Sydney with another good play on the puck. Keeps that moving forward. Gets a piece of that one but doesn't have anybody there. Gets a piece again, and she's preventing the Islanders from getting an easy entry or any entry into the zone at this point. That's 78 Sparks. Sent now into the far corner by the Islanders. Hansen gets it, was slapping it around, but it hit a bump in the boards over there and lost a lot of its velocity. Hansen's got enough juice on that thing to get it all the way down and be an icing. There's a dive right there, half gainer. Let's see if they give the unsportsmanlike or the trip. But that is some phenomenal acting by 87 when she had a stick around her to move forward. This is a kid who skates up and down the ice and jumps over sticks and through people and through screens and doesn't fall, and yet when Rose Fender holds her stick up to her, somehow she's dumped on the ice. So that's a good piece of work by the Islanders if they get the benefit of it, and they do. So Rose is in there for hooking, 2 minutes, 3:53 left, second period. 4-2 Islanders. Rockets are going to change all 4 here to kill it off. Let's see what they do. They have the benefit of being the home team, and they will use the last change to do that. Riz and PJ will be the penalty killers up front. Izzy Cook and Lauren Fox will be on D. Riz and PJ are clearly looking to score despite being short-handed. Redirected nicely by
I've got an itch I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound scar to see.
Definitely going to look to score. They are going to look to get one or either or both out of the zone on a breakaway. There's Riz. Can she beat the D? Peck gets back. They have 3 back. She's got a trailer. Riz is going to skate it into the left side and kill some time. Still trying to hold possession. Centers it. Nobody there. Isabel Cook, she's got a shot. It bounces. Good save right there by the Islander goalie. That one bounced, and those can be tricky. There's a bouncing puck. Riz and PJ battling to keep possession up front. Smith is going to get it. Let's see what she does with it. She spins and sees Riz. Riz can't keep it in, but Lauren Fox is there. Riz trying to jump off now. Not a clean change. Islanders are going to come in 3-on-1. Peck gets it in the middle, goes back, but Lauren Fox is there to break it up. If Peck had walked right down the middle, she was all alone, unselfishly passing, but sometimes you pass when you should shoot, and sometimes you shoot when you should pass, and that time she passed when she should have shot. Good for the Rockets, though, as the Islanders now have 48 seconds to operate their power play and try to build on their 4-2 lead. The Rockets would like to turn that one around. Pot a shorty here. Ooh, PJ was looking for the break right there, and she would have been gone. Fox gets it, chips it up, but not out. Good keep. Sent just to the outside. Rebound is over there. It's a rebound off the backboards, not off the goaltender. That one chipped out by PJ. Hope has a chance to get it. It's going to be a foot race. Who will get there? On the angle, the Islander player gets to it first. 13 seconds left. Brianna's going to pick this one off. She sends it behind the end line for Hope. Hope will try to get out from the back. She can't get through Wood, and the Islanders will break out 2-1. That's the expiration of the power play. Rose Fender jumps off the bench, and it looks like Riz jumps on for her. Rockets are going to try to See if they could get this deficit cut down once again. Riz leaves it for Izzy. Izzy at the net, but just wide. Brianna centers for Riz. It goes behind the end line. Now they reverse it. Izzy Camarada steps all the way in, gets help from Barbara. Barbara picks it off the boards, gets through two, soccer style. Izzy Camarada sends it deep. Riz will go get it behind the end line. She's got room in front if she skates around with it, but doesn't grab it cleanly off there. Riz in a puck battle, sent to the point. Izzy Cook, can she keep it in? No, Islanders will go, and the Islander player falls there. This is Izzy Camarada, not Cook. Sorry about the Izzies. They both have a 3. They both have similar looks. Islanders break in, wrist shot, she fired it wide. She fired it wide on the breakaway as we trail under a minute in the period. 4-2 Islanders, Bella and Brianna working it. They have the Islanders a little bit on their heels if they hustle in. Let's see, it goes to the point. Camarada will be there. This is going to be a breakaway, and she skates off for a change. Islanders coming in, loose puck. Ulrich with the save on the backhand. 33-1 left in the second period. Ulrich on a 2-on-0. Plays the shooter. Guesses right. Makes the save. Leaves no rebound. And we remain 4-2. DJ Gavin playing Elvis now. Rockets need to at least keep the Islanders off the board for these last 30 seconds of the period. Kirschenbaum up the wing. She'll send it forward, it'll get out. She was looking to spring Hansen, and it goes back into the defensive zone where Shoshana will get it. She'll send it around near side. Bella trying to chip it out, using the body to prevent the move. Halvey's gonna get it and keep it in. She's one of the more adept puck handlers for the Islanders. They will keep it in. This is pushed away. Barbara's going to get it, hold it, and expire the period. So that is 4-2 after 2. 27-6 the shot for the Islanders. They've carried a lot of the play. The Rockets have also had a fair amount of possession, and even if it hasn't amounted in a ton of shots, that doesn't mean it hasn't given them enough scoring chances to remain firmly in this game. 16 minutes on the clock for the third period. The Rockets would trade blows in the center of the ring. They would gladly make this a heavyweight fight if it started going up and down the ice. And they do, again, have the firepower to do that. Let's see if they can. Benicillo and Camarada, the goal scorers so far. Reynolds has 3 for the Islanders. And I'm not sure who their other goal scorer was. It was off a scramble in front. Well, it's possible she has 4, but I don't think it was shit. Rockets are in this game. The 19U's fell earlier in the day to the Ironbound Elite team right here at Bridgewater Sports Arena by a score of 3-0. A tightly contested game similar to this one. They were outshot, but it was a close game nonetheless because a lot of the shots, albeit quality, were held out of the net. And that's one way to play. You don't always have to possess the hockey puck, but if you're going to play like that, you do have to make good on a higher percentage of chances than your opponent does. And that's what the Rockets are going to look to do. A potent line is out there now. Hope Menikillo, she has one of the goals, number 48. Brianna Paulino on right wing, Bug Holt on the left. Liftoff in the third. That one comes through neutral ice and in. Tootie and Shoshana on D. Tootie's going to pick that puck off, and she's going to skate it behind her own net. She'll go hard off the boards at a sharp angle, pick it up herself, and she springs herself forward. Oh boy, Tootie and Brianna, they would have walked in. At worst 2-on-1, more likely 2-on-0, possibly 1-on-0. So if the Rockets are thinking a little more offense, Hansen on the back line is going to be one that could provide that. They have a few on defense that could provide that. Islanders win the faceoff and they send it into the offensive zone. It comes to the far side wall at the half boards where Brianna will try to pick it off there. It's a puck battle now. Shoshana will go chase. Retreating back on the far side is Bug to make sure nobody sneaks in. So that's good defensive posture. There goes Hope. She had a chance to move out of there. They're going to call the interference, it looks like. Let's see, or was it offside or something? It looked like it should have been interference, or are they calling too many? What exactly are they calling? They're calling, what are they calling? They're just calling a face-off. Hope had chipped the puck forward. It was far ahead, and she was trying to chase after it, was prevented from moving. An interference call, but it's only a call if the referee says it's a call. Otherwise, it's just an announcer pointing out that there was interference on a play that wasn't called. Nevertheless, the teams persist out there as we hit the 15-minute mark in the third period. 27-6 the shots for the Islanders. 2-goal lead for the Islanders, but the Rockets are not deterred by that one bit. They could easily score a couple here and put this game into a tie situation. Here's Reynolds again. She comes in. Her shot is stopped and covered by Ulrich. Save number 24 for number 84 in gray. Her play in the nets has steadily improved this season, at times by leaps and bounds. But especially recently, she enjoyed a phenomenal jump in the December games. Wrist shot through traffic, rebound, they put it in. Peck was left unmarked behind the defense, off the face-off, and it's 5-2 Islanders. So the hill got a little bit higher right there for the Rockets. 14:33 left to solve it and get back in. Okay. We are not going to throw in the towel here. Izzy Camarada moves up to forward. She's with Barbara and Jules. Izzy Cook and Lauren Fox, the defense pair now, as we tick under 14:30. Islanders keep it in. There's a loose puck in front. It's going to be a foot race, and Isabel Cook gets there, curls around, and she gets checked from behind. The Islanders will touch it up. The Rockets will go on a power play here. They're going to call that a roughing. Izzy got pushed into the boards, and she seems to be okay. That's going to be a power play for the Rockets, and the face-off should come all the way down to the other end of the ice with 14:15 left in the game. The Rockets trailing by 3. The first thing you do is you get a power play goal and you start chipping away at the deficit. Get one and worry about whatever comes later. PJ wins the face-off over to Hope at the right wing. Izzy Camarada is there behind the net and she gets it. Centers it in front. It's loose. Lauren Fox, top of the slot, fires it off of 24's skate. Good job by 24 sticking the skate out there to redirect it. That one sent right to Lauren Fox, and she backhands it but can't hold on to it. She'll send it deep over the end line looking for Hope down there, but an Islander gets to it first. Sent through, Lauren Fox chips it. Let's see if she could chip it to herself. She's pushed off by Peck, and there's the call. It's going to be a 5-on-3. So the Islanders with another penalty while they're down. Oh, they're calling it on Lauren. How is that even possible? She was ahead of the other player. I'm in shock at this call. She was ahead of the player and was hauled down, and she's put into the box. How you haul somebody down from being in front of them is beyond me. Unless my eyes are deceiving me, that's one of the worst calls we've seen. Oh boy, she had a line to the puck. Peck clearly with the hook. Fox gets taken down and she's called for the penalty. 4-on-4. The Rockets just cannot get a break here in either of their games. The first game was officiated in a manner that was really against them. PJ coming through. She gets through every Islander. She shoots just wide. But Izzy Camarada will get the rebound on the loose puck. It's 4-on-4 here for another 30 some seconds. Battled for along the half boards. PJ is going to walk out of the corner but loses possession. That one's sent all the way down, a tip. Grace is going to play this one, and she leaves it for Bella. Bella curls and tries to send it up the boards, which she does. Riz now jumps out there. Riz picks that one off for a moment, but can't gain possession. Riz chips it forward for Izzy. Let's see if Izzy can keep the pressure on and force a turnover here. She's sending her into the trap with Riz, but they get it through. Haley's going to pick this puck up, so the Rockets don't gain possession on the immediate play. Riz is in behind the D. Oh, Izzy was trying to find her. Riz picks it off. Let's see if she can get possession. 18 is going to stop and try to reverse it. Goes around Riz, chips it up. Bella's going to step in. This is going to be a breakaway unless Bella can stop her. 5 is going to break in again. She shoots. Grace knocks it away with the blocker. So Ulrich keeps the deficit at 3. Here comes Riz. She's got a penalty to kill. She gets to the middle. She sends it for Brianna. Brianna gets low. There's a glove save. Rebound, score! Riz with the short-handed goal! Injects life into the dying Rockets. 5-3. They cling to life. Rizzo from Paulino, short-handed with 12:05 left in the game. The Rockets have clawed within 5-3. They are not throwing in the towel. They're refusing to die. But they were on their last legs here as the Islanders pushed to a 3-goal lead and gained a power play, an unfounded one that the Rockets should have been on a 5-on-3 instead of killing a penalty. Nevertheless, here they are, back within 2 for the 3rd time today. They were down 1-0. Izzy Camarada scored to tie it 1-1. They were down 3-1. They got it to within 3-2. Courtesy of Hope Menikillo. They got down 4-2 and then 5-2. Now Rizzo with the short-handed goal has gotten them back to within 2. Let's see if they can keep it up. Bug battling for it against 2 Islanders. Islanders move it in. They get it to the slot. Hope with a nice dive contacts the puck, and she's going to pick it off right there. What a play by Menikillo. The Rockets are going to have to open the throttle here, and that means possibly more big chances for the Islanders, but a heroic effort like Hope's right there is going to maybe keep them in it. Tootie using the feet. Bug chips it off the boards. Tootie following it up. Brianna, oh, she might have been looking for Hansen right there. Battled for, and Brianna steers it out. Takes about 5 sticks, and that one's going to go in offside. Brianna took a bunch of sticks right there. All battling for the puck, no call. 10:51 left in the 3rd period from Bridgewater Sports Arena. The Rockets 16U in their home grays, the Islanders, and the traditional New York Islander uniform. We have a 5-3 lead. The shots are 29-7 in favor of the Islanders. The Rockets don't care. Here's Camarada, gets through one, wrist shot. What a blocker save. That was ticketed for the top left corner. Puck sent up and out. Isabel Cook is going to get it. She's going to retreat just out of picture. Backhanded along the boards for Barbara, who bangs it along the boards to get it in. It's sent back to the point. It's sent down the ice. This is not going to be an icing because it's not going to be strong enough. Lauren Fox, the first to get there. She'll curl around her net, and she'll go hard off the glass, but an Islander is going to pick it off, send it in front. Contacted there. Barbara got enough of it. Lauren Fox is going to skate this one up. Izzy Camarada trying to hustle her way into the play, but she's at the end of her shift. Fox is there. Fox looking. She gets it over the end line. Camarada can't get there to pick it off. Cookie is got to retreat here as 21 had a little too much room. Cookie forces 21 to dump it in. Wallard, I think is her name. And she falls at the end boards. Seems to be okay. That's the one thing that you never want to see. A player getting upended for any reason, this time her own volition, and hitting the boards in an awkward manner. But thankfully she's okay, and she's skating back up the ice. Camarada tries to get through. Still going. Affecting change is Izzy Camarada, the type of which in this case means her teammates change behind her. Islanders bring it in offside, Whistle and a stoppage of play. 9:21 left in the third period. 5-3 Islanders. The Rockets have been down. They've been out-punched. They've been out-boxed. They trail 32-8 on the shot clock. Guess what? They're still in the fight. They are still in the fight. If they could throw a couple of haymakers and find the back of the net, they might well tie this game. Here's Cucci over the wing, sends it for Riz. It goes to Alex in the corner. Alex turns, looking to get possession. Battles off. Another player comes in. Riz battling. It goes out in front and the goaltender knocks it away, as that was a tricky one. It wasn't a shot, it was just an errant puck. And the goaltender, paying attention, was able to steer it aside. Rockets bring it in. They're changing all kinds of player positions here. Wrist shot, one save, Grace rebound, knocked away by Haley, up to Riz. Riz 2-on-2, she's got Alex. She gets by Wood. Wood is hooking her and interfering her and preventing her from getting in. Then Riz gets checked right there. No call. The officials are choking because they're swallowing the whistles here. Haley will wrist it aside. Rizzo is all but mugged twice as she's going into the zone. No call, they'll just play on. 8:14. Haley will keep it in at the point. Sent in. PJ trying to grab it. Can she get it? 18's going to skate it out through the zone. Can she get behind the D? PJ knocks it away. Last ditch effort. It comes to Riz. She's got a lot of room there, but she's at the end of her shift. She has Elise with her. Riz will skate it in. She'll go by Reynolds. Riz over to Elise. Can't get it through. Elise gets stepped into and hit right there. And they're not going to call that one either. That one maybe looked like the incidental contact at least. Riz gassed at the end of a hard shift. Rockets giving all they have. 53 tries to get through. Shoshana gets a piece of her, just enough time to make the shot. Take a little bit off that shot. And Grace gobbles it up. What a game. The Rockets, battered, bruised, can't get a break from the officials. Forging forward, trying to keep themselves in this game, whatever way possible. Sydney whacks this one forward. Sydney giving chase. Sydney will follow it through. Slams on the brakes. Elise comes in there, gets the trap. Elise and Sydney get it behind the end line. Rose over there. Can she pick it off on the near side boards? Tootie pinches in at the point. It comes out. Shoshana's back. It's a 2-on-1, a 3-on-1. Shoshana angles her player off the puck and breaks up a 3-on-1. Good handwork by hand worker. 0-0 giving the Islanders just that. 6:53 now. Rockets desperate to hang on when they're in the defensive zone, desperate to dent that 2-goal deficit when they move it up to the offensive zone. Battled for there. Tootie bodies 2 players off the puck. She'll skate it up the boards. Sydney goes up to the half boards and she battles for it like we haven't seen Sparks do yet this season, showing some real nice development in a big part of the game. Brianna's going to chip that one off and fly after it. Hope gets chipped on the way up. Islanders are going to get to it first. Bug tries to snuff it out the other side. Islanders with the long pass and bank will move out 3-on-2 if they hurry. Cookie and Fox are back. Islanders get it through. Reynolds wrist shot, but it goes right into the logo and Grace covers it, leaves no rebound. 6:04 left for the Rockets to figure out how to cut this 2-goal deficit. They have been outshot 34-9, but they have clawed back. They looked like they were going to be down and out at 5-2. When they had they got a power play. It looked like that power play was going to become a 5-on-3 when Lauren Fox was hauled down. Instead, they called the penalty on Fox. It goes to 4-on-4. The penalty expires. Luisa Rizzo, then shorthanded, scores to give the Rockets life with just over 12 minutes left. And that's where we've stood. We're under 6 minutes now, 5:35 and counting. There's an icing as it goes and gets touched up by Lauren Fox. 5:31. Can the Rockets find a way? Can they reward themselves for the hard grit and hard work that they have put into this first game of 2020? There's the face-off, battled for. Barbara wins it because Jules stepped into the lane. It goes behind the end line. Izzy Camarata, she has one of the goals. She was playing defense when she scored that goal. She switched to forward. This one comes out of the net. Rockets are going to have to take chances here, and the Islanders had a chance for a 2-on-1, but Izzy Camarata broke it up, and Haley Connolly was back there. Rockets try to move it out of the zone. This is Haley. Haley's got some room, and Haley's got some moves. Haley gets it in. Haley over the right wing. Tries to get it deeper. Leaves it there. Jules tries to get it deep, and let's see if the Rockets can regain the possession here. Islanders move it up the wing. It's topped by Izzy. She gets it. Goes all the way across, but can't get it past the Islander. 18, she's got some wheels. We've seen her moving before. And she gets it into the offensive zone. They're going to get behind the D. Haley's there. Backhand shovel attempt. Goes through the slot. Looked like Grace got a piece. Wood, let's see if she steps up at the wing. There's a little bit of a hook going on over there. No call. So maybe the Rockets get a little bit of a break. Although the players were in slow motion. Camarata taps that one, so there's not going to be an icing or an offside. Let's see if Izzy can get it. She can't. It goes up. Peck gets it. She hits it off. There's a collision there. Izzy bumped with 24. And there's another collision. They're offside by a mile and they don't call it. Wow. You could hear the Rockets from the bench imploring the referees. A mile offside right there. No call. There was a player firmly in the zone and the puck was brought in for the Islanders. Shoshana gets through one, but there's a jump in and a steal. 2-on-0. She fans on the shot. Grace. Woof! The off-speed shot. She fanned on it, but her momentum carried the puck toward the net. And the off-speed, Grace was looking for a fastball. She got the changeup and she covered it. 3:41 remaining in the game. 5-3 Islanders. Islanders 35-9 for the shots, but can the Rockets, against the odds, find their way back? This was a 3-goal deficit. And they were shorthanded. And they scored. The one who scored is out there now, Rizzo. PJ wins the faceoff, but it's a little too strong for Cookie. They try to center it, and PJ picks that one off. PJ spinning behind her net, leaves it for Cookie. Cookie sends it for Riz. Riz looking for Alex. Riz finds Alex. She gets it through, and she'll get it into the offensive zone. Riz is going to pick this one off the boards. Skate to the middle. Tries to find, oh man, she was looking, I don't know if she was looking for PJ or Lauren, but she just lost it right at the end, did Riz. Islanders will skate it in. 3:08 now. Oh, there's a gigantic save by Ulrich. She got her toe on it. Chipped out. Riz, if she could steal it and beat one, she's going to do it. That one sent in. PJ jumps onto the bench and the Rockets will get a change. Riz will try to pick this one off. She gets it a little bit. Let's see if Foxy could get it. Rose is going to get it. She kept it in for a moment but couldn't get it deep. Riz has got to get off. She's the last one on that line left. And she's at the end of the shift. Unless she's about to hit a home run, she chips it out and jumps to the bench. Sydney's going to jump on. She's had her best game as a Rocket. Elise is out there. She's had her best game as a Rocket. Rose has kept her consistent play up. There's a loose puck in front. The Islander takes a swipe at Grace, and Lauren will have none of that. 2:15 left. Timeout. Coach Paul uses his timeout with 2:15 left. There's different ways that you could use it. In this case, priority 1. Keep the deficit at 2. Keep the puck out of the net. Priority 2. Get goal number 4. You could use the timeout in different ways here. If they had gotten to within 5-4 or they had an offensive zone draw, they might use a timeout there and bring the goaltender to the bench. for a sixth attack. In the defensive zone, they are obviously not likely to do that. But they could have the play set up to say, hey, get the puck to the red line, get it deep, and Grace, get the heck to the bench. Big responsibility for 55, 12, and 78. Elise, Rose, and Sydney. Rose wins the faceoff. Bella back to D, jumps in. There's a shot that they were looking for a redirection in front. Look, the Rockets have to take chances here. There's no question about it. If one ends up in the back of the net, there's not much difference between 5-3 and 6-3. But the one thing that they have to do is get that puck the heck out of the zone first. Haley's retreating to get it. She'll try to go up the half boards, looking for Sydney. Let the Islanders get there first. It goes behind the net. Rose is going to try to power this one through. Peck is going to get that one. Slam on the brakes. Bella there. Redirected in front, goes just wide. 1:38 now left. Rockets need to either get a frozen puck or get it out of the zone. Good play by Elise. The player, Peck, was going to shoot it. Elise came from behind, lifted her stick. Couldn't get possession, but prevented a five-star scoring chance. Behind the end line now. Sydney there on the boards. Let's see if she can help get it out. Bella there, a little too far. This goes to Haley. Wrist shot in front, fired wide. Halvey's going to get it behind the net. Knocked away by Haley. Haley's got it. Oh, she overskates it, and that's a tough break. Here comes Hope. Hope with a minute left. They have to blitz the net. Hope goes in. Hope gets through one, gets through another. Shot goes off the side of the net. Grace is going to try to come to the net. Is there a question? She's hesitating. Now she gets there. Out comes PJ. Camarada gets there. It's a loose puck. Brianna shoots. Oh, it goes just wide. The goalie was fooled a little bit because it hit a stick. Kept in for a moment by Tootie. Empty net. Shoshana back there. Shoshana breaks it up once, twice. Sipping through. It's still there and it goes in. PJ was in front trying to knock it down. And all the Rockets with their effort. Boy, they had a chance to make that 5-4. They had the chance, and it just wouldn't go. Grace will come back into the net, 6-3, 23.3 left. That's the 40th shot for the Islanders, 9 for the Rockets. They don't get a shot in that last sequence, but they did have scoring chances there. Barbara will take the face-off, Sydney and Alex. Sydney definitely getting rewarded with being on the ice for the end of the game here because she's been her best self so far. 9.2 now. The win-loss part of this, a fait accompli. Rockets would like to keep that one out of their net. Unlikely that you're going to get all the way down there with 9.2 left to put one in the back of the net. Tootie takes that face off. She'll win it forward. She'll negotiate it all the way out of the net, out of the end. Get it to neutral ice. Battled for there. They send it in. Hard-fought game. Rockets never quit. They fall 6-3 to the Islanders. They'll get out there and congratulate their netminder, Grace Ulrich. She saw 40 shots. She stopped 35. The other shot to make 41 went into an empty net. Rockets get 9 shots, but they put 3 of them in the back of the net, showing their potency and ability. That they don't need a heck of a lot of chances, and as their possessions continue to grow and their possession times continue to grow, the goal totals will grow with them. They have a potent core in there and a lot to build upon. So that's going to do it for the Rockets. They fall 6-3 to the Islanders from Bridgewater Sports Arena. If you like what you hear, hit that subscribe button, tell a friend. If you're from the Rockets side, share with a friend, a relative, or whoever you like. And if you're from the Islanders side, we're glad that you came on, and you can subscribe, hit that alerts button, and anytime we upload or live stream content here, you will get an alert. That's going to do it for Bridgewater Sports Arena's doubleheader today. The Rockets fall at the 19U level earlier and at the 16U level later, both by 3 goals. And my name is Joe Rizzo. Thanks for watching Rockets Girls Hockey.